Yo, Flurfs, how's it going? I hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, tonight's going to be just a 1 hour stream because I'm going to have a debate 2 a.m. in the morning on MDD. Hopefully it's about Noah's flood. I don't even know the topic yet. So I can't even really create an opening for the debate yet. So yeah, I just gonna have just 1 hour stream, guys, and then we're gonna move on to go sleep, and then I'll wake up at 1:30, so I can get ready for the debate and then do the debate. Hopefully, I'll see some of you guys that are still awake for the debate because I will be streaming that.
What time is it yours again?
2 a.m.
2 a.m. So it's 3 here. I'll more than likely be making an appearance.
And you know my answer.
You'll be sleeping.
So you stream on your own channel as well.
What
the hell?
What the? Sorry, guys.
What the?
I try to change screens, and when I try to click it back, I didn't want to go back. There we go. Everything is good. Sorry, guys. I are back. What did you guys say?
So yeah, you're streaming on your channel as well.
Yeah, I will be streaming. Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
I always do. So yeah, like I said, I'll wake up like at 1 or 1:30 or something. I'll probably have to wake up at 1 so I can do the prep quickly for an opening. We'll try.
The last time I watched a debate at MDD is when I was at Michael's.
Yeah, you're right.
That's when you did Leo and that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's 7 a.m. my time then. I can be there for that.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I'm just going to say hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. We see I got Professor Harvester, Alan Norstrain, he was first. Good to see you, mate. Derek Nelson, hello. Jeff Conkle, thank you for coming. Martin for Wajia. Dylan, hello. Flat Tout, haven't seen you in a while, mate. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. PJ Crookshank. Yo. Price of Adam, hello. Thank you for coming, mate. Richard G, you rock. LVA Paul, good to see you too. Jeff Cassett, Nathan Wright, you rock. Hello, Paula. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you. And I think that's everybody I see in the chat. Oh, and Space Miner. Hello. And Neil Constantino, obviously. So, yeah, it's good to see you guys here. Is 1 hour enough? 37 votes. Yes, 57%. And no, 43%. Well, at least it's a show tonight, so. And Brianna Johnson. Hello. Thank you for coming. So, this is just a normal 1 hour chill chat stream, though. Haven't really got a topic sorted out. But I do find it interesting. We can maybe find something to talk about. The members, I'm sure you've watched my latest video with Sean Hawkins.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it was funny.
What a flanker what he was.
I even commented at the end what he called you in. I can't remember what you being Dom. I was like, no, I can't believe it.
I had to put that in. I just had to put that in. Hey, Rachie. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you can. Yeah, I don't know who I'm debating or what we're debating it. All I know is the topic is either between creation or evolution, or did Noah's flood exist? So we'll see. I hope it's the Noah's flood. I'm more inclined to rather debate that than creation versus evolution, to be honest. The evolution thing bores me a bit.
Yeah.
Hi, Sea Lightning. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. So yeah, Chow Young Cat, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Paula, accept it quickly, if you can. Quickly, Paula. It's your chance. Thank you, Chow Young Cat, for the memberships. Really appreciate it. You rock. Cosmic Surfer, welcome. Smith Jamal and Darren Bollard and John Smith. There's one more. Come on, Paula. I hope Paula can do it. Come on, Paula. This is like an ongoing competition to see if Paula's going to get the membership. She says no option to accept. What? I can't believe that.
I'm sure you just have to be one of the first 5 to comment after it's gifted. I'm sure on it.
No, but other people are commenting and they're not getting.
Yeah. There's other people commenting there. Not come.
That's weird. Hey, Spuddy. Good to see you, mate.
We just whooped in the old teleporter.
Spencer's killing me. I have no idea why that's doing that, Paula. I'm sorry, but anyway, the video that did come out for the members today will be out tomorrow for everybody else, though.
Is there a YouTube video that tells you how it works?
The bet there will be.
There'll probably be. You want us to look it up now?
Yeah, then we know for a fact what score is then, don't we?
Yeah.
How to?
I thought you had to have your thing opened up that allows you to receive gifts.
I've never activated out like that, though, Neil.
I did. I had to. I don't know where it is now, but I know there was a. I went somewhere and it said allow gifts, and I clicked it.
See, I've never been in chat when a gift's gone out. Well, my name's never been in chat when gifts gone out, but I've always been for this channel. So pretty much since the start, I've been a member, so it wouldn't work on me anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I haven't got a clue
Okay.
how it works.
Let's just quickly see if we can figure out how this works. I'm sure YouTube creators won't give me copyright strikes, will they?
I doubt it.
I'm gonna like them. Let's just check.
Let's talk about memberships gifting, which lets you and your existing channel members purchase memberships for other viewers in your community.
Yeah.
We'll walk through what memberships gifting is and how it works.
Thank
So
you.
let's dive in. First,
Okay, first, what is membership gifting? I don't think we really need to see that. We just got to see how you can accept it. But we'll probably have to watch it all so we know what's going.
what is memberships gifting? With this feature, you and your existing channel members
Oh, yeah. Neil, guys, please do help Neil quickly with... He's got $255 more to go for his car deposit. Neil, then I'm going to actually quickly pin that message. If you guys have any spare change to help Neil out, please do help him. I'd really, really be appreciated. The guy needs to get to work, guys.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, my wife's sick of me.
Yeah. Help his wife out. Come on.
I mean, if he can't get a car, then he's gonna have to get himself one of those wheelie shoes. You know, the shoes with the wheels on.
That's a good idea. I didn't think of that.
Go all the way to Alabama on wheelies.
No, you just hit me in the news. Man dies of heart attack roller skating to work. Moron thought he was still a teenager.
But Neil,
I used to love skating. I used to love it.
But Neil, if it's a globe, you can just stand still, because remember, every place from your tangent of your feet is downhill.
Yeah.
So you'll be automatically moving to your destination.
That's right. Look at this.
And when you want to go back home, it will be exactly the same. It's downhill again.
Yeah, you just turn around and you'll just bop back up.
So that's their answer for up, rivers. How would they float upstream?
Yeah.
That's their answer to that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because on a globe, there'll always be tangent to your feet, will always be down from you. So, yeah, it doesn't matter where you stand, there's always downhill. You never have an uphill. And yet, how do we debunk that? Oh, we have
How
uphill.
did we even believe that?
Exactly.
We all bought that line?
But it's locally flat, remember, Neil?
That's true. People are still buying it today. It is. It's sad.
That's just
That's what happens when you taught something in school.
Uh-huh.
Just you're trusting that the teachers are teaching you. Especially they teach you math, and 2 + 2 is 4. And they're teaching me good, and then they throw heliocentrism at you.
Yep. Hey, Soundy, thank you for coming. Good to see you. Banana. Yeah, the more we talk about the globe, the more stupid it sounds.
It's true. It's true.
can purchase gift memberships for other viewers who aren't yet members. A preset number of channel memberships can be bought in a single purchase during a live stream or premiere. Then YouTube will gift this set number out to other viewers in your community. Your viewers who receive a gift membership get 1 month of access.
So YouTube,
You could do it.
Effie Nation, thank you for. He says there's no sound. Serious?
Back it is sound.
Let me just.
I got sound. Oh yeah, Rachel says got sound. It's probably just Effie Nation. Yeah, I want to say I'm sure it was right. I didn't change anything. But yeah, we're just trying to figure out with the memberships though.
To your channel membership perks, like loyalty badges, custom emoji, and more, without paying any charges. Any creator with memberships will be enabled for this feature, and you'll receive your usual channel membership revenue share from each transaction. Gift memberships are a win-win for you and
So it sounds like they give it, not that you can accept it.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Paula, I don't think YouTube likes you very much.
We do. We definitely do.
Yeah,
YouTube.
Paula's
maybe.
ace. Paula, I think it's because you do Christian-based stuff.
Well, of course, because she speaks the truth.
Hmm. But yeah, Paula, we're just gonna have to carry on trying. Hey, who said hello?
It's Spully. I just want to
Oh.
say you do have to accept gifts. You have to change the settings. I've had to do it on your channel and on Nathan's channel. So you do have to change the settings somehow
Okay, so you probably have to go
to
into
allow gifts.
okay, so you probably have to go into your own settings and just say allow gifts.
Well, when I did it, I clicked on when Godzilla sent the 5 memberships. I clicked on the box in the chat,
Yeah.
and it said in there, allow gifts. You need to change the setting. Click here, and I clicked it, and it took me to a settings box. Clicked allowed gifts, and then the next time it happened, I got a membership. So you do have to change the setting.
Wow.
Level Up says Rachie figured it out. I'm set here now. Cool. She's just set it up. Awesome. So next time she can allow it. Hey, Mad About Shape. Good to see you.
Cool.
So Paula's all set up. I didn't know you can allow it.
Yeah, I don't even know if I've got that. I've never had a look at that.
Because I know with my
wife.
wife, she just got it and she didn't set it up. It just automatically was set up that way.
Well, maybe if you don't pick it, it's random. Maybe YouTube just gives it out. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. She needs to turn it on. Yep. Okay. So anyway, Daniel Pratt brought out a video today. Did you guys watch it yet? You okay, Michael?
Yeah.
Trying to suppress it. Your eyeballs will fall out. You try and suppress a sneeze.
Impossible.
I know. Did you ever hear that though? If you keep your eyes open and you sneeze, your eyeballs will fall out. Yeah.
Let's see if I can get that video of Daniel Pratt quickly again. Shabbat Shalom. There we go. Okay, it's from Daniel Pratt, guys. He brought out a video today. This is got regarding with Dell's accelerator. I think he brings up actually a very interesting point here. So let's listen to what Daniel's got to say.
Here is my demonstration of, regardless of the density and dropping items in tubes of water or half full of water or that, here's how I know the earth is not rising. Okay, the argument is,
Wow. Buy bottle job.
if I take this bottle of water and let it go, the argument going on is that it's just stationary. It's neutrally buoyant. We've all seen the videos of those neutrally buoyant balloons. Okay? And that's all these water tube experiments are proving, is neutral buoyancy. Well, we've known that existed for quite some time now. Okay? But if the earth was rising, it then would not matter how far I dropped this water bottle from. It would always act the same, because the earth would have to be rising at a constant rate.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's a good point. I mean, that's why I even commented there. If it's decelerating, it would mean less force attributed to it. So it doesn't matter the height you go. If it's decelerating, the higher you go, then the less impact you would have, and that goes against the physics that we observe. So you have less impulse. You'll have less impulse, and the problem is we have more impulse, more force attributed when things are fall from a higher. Dal did a response to this. Did he do that? Okay, well, we'll check Dal's response to this afterwards, just to make it fair. But I think this is a very good point that Daniel's brought up.
Yeah.
that's how I know the earth is not rising. Okay? Because the bottle would act the same whether I dropped it from that height or from this height. and it doesn't act the same. The higher I drop it from, the more damage. If the earth were actually rising, and no matter where I let go of this bottle from, the earth would be impacting it at the same rate, and therefore it would act the same regardless of the height I dropped it from.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brian's been saying this for a while. Same thing with the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Everything would be hitting. There would be no. You can't drop something from 20 feet. It breaks and it shatters and it spreads out 10 feet from 20 feet in the air, and then from 5 feet in the air, it doesn't even break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Of course.
Hey, Derek Nelson. Thank you for coming, mate. Good to see you.
But I mean, it's just crazy because it's almost like it's like he's thinking that we float.
Yeah, but I mean,
Exactly. You'd be floating.
but I mean, even I left a comment to him. I don't need notepad. I'm gonna quickly draw it if I can to try and explain, because I mean I was trying to explain this with the impulse before. I just like the way that Daniel was bringing it up, though, explaining it. Let's say that's the ground, and we got a bottle of water, whatever. Okay, that's the one height that you're dropping it by. This is another height we're dropping it by, and another height we're dropping it. Okay, so the distance to the ground changes. It's longer, correct? Now, Dal is saying it's decelerating when you let it go, because the ground is rising up to meet it. Okay? Yeah. So that means there would be less force attributed, because what happens when something decelerates? There's less force, less pressure when it hits. Okay, so less impulse. So that means this would have the same force attributed just like this, no matter the height, because the ground is the thing rising up at a constant, not the object moving, because there's no force on the object, remember? So therefore, distance won't make a difference. It will always have the same impulse, same difference. You wouldn't get a thing called terminal velocity, and you wouldn't get any difference in impact. And we all know
But Del's not. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
Del's not a stupid guy. How's he not getting that?
I don't know. I mean, it's very simple to understand. And we all know with observation, the higher you go up, the more force an object has when it hits the ground.
Yeah.
The bigger the crater, you understand? Because the impulse is greater. So Daniel actually explained in a very nice way. I really hope Dal would understand. But like I said, there is a video here for him. Hey Leafy, dankie dat jy gekom het. Shout out to my awesome husband. Dankie. No, shout out to my awesome wife. Sticking with me through thick and thin. She's really, I'm really blessed to have her in my life. For sure. So guys,
shout her out.
She doesn't like this word, but I'm going to say it. Please hit the likes.
Oh wow, we love that one.
She doesn't like it.
It does sound a little dubious.
No, we sound like Nazis. Hit the
Yeah,
like.
we do. It does sound a bit like that. So.
You want the drink?
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it in Afrikaans. Dit klink vertraag.
De klim vertraag.
It sounds stupid in other words.
Make the Hossenpfeffer.
But yeah, shout out to my wife. Really, really awesome to have her. I'm blessed to have her in my life, for sure. Okay, you guys ready to watch Del's response to Daniel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, it's just going to show Daniel.
Here is my demonstration of, regardless of the density I dropped it from. Thanks. Have a great day.
Hey, M Stone. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
Okay, so hopefully I've managed to get the recording of Daniel Pratt's video.
Itzen der Kikes. Schnell. Richie. Big Flats a chocolate cake. Oh, yeah, she always bakes me chocolate cake. She made some nice Malfa pudding yesterday. I actually had some now before the stream as well. Delicious.
This is just a little response. Firstly, I just want to say thanks, Daniel. It's good that people are thinking about stuff. And it gives the opportunity to have the discussion because at the end of the day, that's all that can.
What, that I'm going to have to say, that is dishonest. I said exactly the same thing. I gave a whole presentation on this.
Yeah, and he called you out names under the sun.
Yeah, but exactly. I mean, I gave a whole presentation on this exact same thing that Daniel did. Daniel just did it in a more practical way to explain it, I guess, but dropping a bottle. But I went behind the actual mechanics of it.
Why is he not effing and blinding Daniel?
Yeah, I still flat out debate. We did it too. We went over it.
It's a pity he's not thinking about things then, isn't it? You know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That to me, that's a bit dishonest because now he's saying like people like me then haven't been thinking about this. We have. Yeah. We've responded to it. I've given an actual presentation stream on it, and I've told him to go and watch it. He refuses to. You understand?
Because he knows you talk sense. That's the thing.
And what Daniel just showed is exactly what I said, just in much simpler terms.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
So that I don't agree with you, Del.
So we've seen your little video there, and you're talking about the bottle, and if you let it go from there, then there's a little impact. If I let it go from here, there's a bigger impact. So therefore, you say the Earth would have to be accelerating, and yada yada.
No, he's not saying the Earth would have to be accelerating. He's saying that means the Earth is not accelerating.
Yeah, and he didn't say yada yada either.
Well, here's the thing, Daniel. In this postulation, the way I'm considering it right now, it's a total opposite. So here, if we have a reference frame, right, we'll call this Earth, right, just for the sake of it, and we have an object attached to Earth, right, and it's moving, right. Maybe not the best thing because.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good demonstration, dude.
Yeah, we understand. You can do the same, let's say, with a elevator, for instance. Okay, the elevator can be moving up at a constant. You dropped something. It's the object is still accelerating, even though the elevator is accelerating upwards. Okay. Hey Nathan, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you can. And anyway, yeah, exactly. Drop a helium balloon. It's going up, even though your Earth is going up, correct? I tried to explain that to him as well before. So then it's accelerating away from your Earth.
It's just a silly idea, Nathan. It's just ridiculous. The whole lot of this accelerating is stupid.
Impulse kills his whole argument. The word impulse. The sad thing is Dal's too scared to look up what the word impulse means. I've done a whole presentation on this for him. Explained it. Gave an equation and everything. Come on. Hey Shatness Bassoon, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it. So, yeah, I don't know when Dal's actually going to address this whole impulse thing. Well, he's probably trying now with Daniel Pratt. But I don't know if it's going to be any success because it doesn't look to me that he's trying to be honest about this argument. It's like he's trying to find every hole he can to just not accept that he's wrong.
It's going to slide off, right? Well, let's try something else. We'll use that. So we've got an object that's attached to Earth, and Earth's moving, right? Now the Earth's moving at its set rate, constant velocity, say, which would be, we'll say if we're talking, say, 1,000 miles per hour. So the Earth and this thing that's attached to it's moving 1,000 miles an hour. As soon as that's no longer attached to that, right, it's going to start a process of decelerating. It's going to get slower.
Therefore, less force. If something decelerates, it has less force attributed to it. So even if it's, let's put it this way. Oh, I got to actually draw this again. I'm going to draw a ruler as well. Just for the fun of it. Okay? Going to have your set ruler. whatever. I'm just going to give arbitrary distances, okay? Just for the fun of it. Del, if you got an object here, and let's say object here, okay? And you're saying it's decelerating, okay? Because the Earth is rising up to meet it. By the time, if you claiming this object and this object is decelerating, with distance, this should be relative, almost stopped compared to this by the time the Earth gets to it, correct?
Yeah.
Because it's slowing down. That's what deceleration means. It's slowing down. So therefore it has less force attributed to it. So that means that where you should be having the most impact is something that's lower to the ground. But we see opposite than that. Something that's higher gives more impact to the ground. So therefore, your whole argument is bunk. It's a 180 on actual physics we observe in reality. Just debunked his argument, guys.
Yep.
Hey, Fema, thank you for coming. What a crackpot. Exactly, Nathan.
Right?
Yep.
And if it's no too far away from the surface of the moving reference frame, then as it comes off, there's a slight impact. Right? Slight impact. Because it's not a chance to decelerate.
Hey, Tony Whitcomb, good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming. Exactly. There's not a chance to decelerate. So therefore, it's got more force attributed to it than something that's higher up. If it's further away, it has more chance to decelerate and therefore less force attributed to it when it meets the ground.
Yeah, exactly. This is completely the opposite.
Sorry, but this is a joke.
It is.
Right? It's still moving relatively, quickly in regards to the reference frame. It's not going to lose that much of its speed. Right? I mean, these things are just basic physics. If I'm now standing up here, again, we're looking at this as if we're vertical. Now if I'm standing up here...
It is outrageous claims, Nathan. There's no such thing as accelerating Earth. The guy's a glober in flat clothing.
Yeah, sideways globers, man.
And I'm holding this out here and I let it go, right? Then it's going to start its deceleration process. It's going to get slower and slower and slower, and the Earth would come up and hit it harder.
Slower and slower, and it hits it harder. Do you know what you're saying there, Del? Do you know what you're saying? Slower and slower, and it's going to hit it harder.
It's an oxymoron. It's an oxymoron straight away.
It contradicts itself.
Exactly.
Del, really? Please, you're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing every flat earther that's following you.
Mm-hmm.
It does not work that way. Wow. This is... How can you give this kind of response? I'm sorry, Rachie, but this is embarrassing. This is when you would say, I disown the guy.
Yeah.
Less force attributed to keep it, it's keeping more speed going up. When it's let go from higher, it's... Rachie, do you know equal and opposite reaction? So if the object is having less force and the Earth is having the same amount of force, it still would cancel that force out. Because the ground is moving at a constant while the object is staying in exactly the same place, getting slower and slower towards the ground, which he's claiming. So therefore, less force. Therefore, you're not going to have something called terminal velocity either, because it's not the object moving then. So how can an object have terminal velocity? As I brought this up in my presentation as well. Because for terminal velocity to exist, the object needs to be accelerating. Think about that.
Right, because it's got a bigger gap, there's more time for it to decelerate. If it's out here, and it's just going the same rate, right? Like if I had a craft that was moving at the same rate, then that's what would happen. But when I step over here or I drop something off of this, it begins a process of decelerating as this moves continually at its same speed. So as it's getting slower and slower, this is just going to come up and hit it with more impact. If
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is messed up.
Yeah.
Dal, if you had to go to any physics student, I mean, you not even a physics student, go to any primary school person that's actually introduction to physics, they will tell you more force due to more acceleration, not more force due to less acceleration. Faciality, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. Where is Dal's observation of ground moving up? There is none. He takes a bottle with accelerating in a car, not understanding what conservation of momentum is, and then just turns it 90 degrees. That's what he's... That's crazy. We should not set up chat about sometime. No, slower and slower going up relative to Earth, so it appears to fall faster and faster. It can't go faster if it's going slower, Rachie. That's the problem.
Yeah, Rachie, it's decelerating.
He says it's going slower. It's decelerating. That's his actual words. And he says it now a couple of times. Deceleration. Like I said, do you know what terminal velocity is? Of course you do. You're very smart. The terminal velocity requires the object to be accelerating. Okay? That means it's hit its peak that it can accelerate with its friction relative to the friction. Now, if the Earth is moving and not the object, it can't reach terminal velocity. And if it's reaching terminal velocity, that means it accelerated, not decelerated. Dal has literally dug himself a hole he can't get out of. And I really hope someone would actually show the stream to Dal so he can wake the effing up.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's on a take. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Somebody's paying him off. You can't be that dumb. I'm sorry, Del.
This is crazy.
you were witnessing that,
Slower up, so it appears faster downward. Terminal velocity is to Dal is the object no longer having speed. Yeah, but that's the problem. Terminal velocity requires the object to be in motion. Raichi, an object can't have terminal velocity if it's not moving. And he's claiming it's not moving. He's claiming it's decelerating, which means it's an opposite vector.
it would give you the impression that this thing was getting faster and faster and faster. The reality would be that that would be getting slower, and the reference frame moving at its constant velocity, it would appear to you that that's the thing that's getting faster, when the reality would be that that's getting slower. That's physics. That's what happens.
That's not physics.
That's what happens. Right?
That's not physics.
You're talking about.
That's not physics, Del. What messed up world is this guy living in?
But it's no longer attached to a power source giving it its motion. Right? It's going to lose its momentum. So if the Earth was in uniform motion here, and I let it go, deceleration is very minimal impact.
Yeah, so it didn't have time to decelerate then that means it should have more force, more impulse. Yet we don't. We see it the opposite way. Oh, this is crazy.
So let it go from up here, more time to decelerate, more impact.
No, dude. This is just sad.
Is he claiming that if the things you drop from higher up have less impact than things you drop from a lower?
That's exactly what he's claiming, and he's claiming that's physics.
Oh, you don't see that in reality, though.
No. When you drop something, I don't know if you guys watch Ridiculous, or what's it? HR, I'm trying to think what the name is, where they usually drop things from high altitude.
Yeah.
And when they go higher and they drop something from higher altitudes, the impact crater is bigger on the ground, not smaller, as he's claiming, because that's increasing in speed. It's accelerating towards the ground with distance, not decelerating, as he's claiming. I mean, this can be measured. You can measure the acceleration, Dal. So you are literally going against observation here. Totally. The mental gymnastics is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, did they try and explain anything else, or do they know like what goes with it with accelerating Earth? It's just because to me it causes a big headache. It really does.
It does. Rachel says, no things high up have a high impact. You have to switch the direction of deceleration in your mind. No, Rachel, please stop defending this nonsense. This is it's a pathetic excuse of an argument. I'm sorry. It goes against what we see in reality. It goes against all known physics in reality. There's just no possible way to accept this nonsense. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to stand for this nonsense. This is bullshit. And everybody that's accepting his bullshit is simply being willfully ignorant.
Yeah.
Dal, please, stop this nonsense.
Now, you would get maximum impact when that object reaches zero terminal velocity, and the reference frame was at its full speed. So other examples of that, again, you know, showing it laterally, people understand from maybe driving cars and stuff. So if you've got, you know, one vehicle or another vehicle and you're racing and you're both doing the same speed, right? So we'll call this one Earth, right? So we'll say they were bumper to tail, right? And this car's called Earth and this car's called Object, right? And they were both moving. Let's say this one doesn't have any power.
Okay, Dal, again, you debunked yourself. Let's draw it again for you. Let's do the car. This guy. Well, he's obviously never driven in a race before and actually had an accident. I'm sorry, but this is like, what the? He's thinking so backwards. Okay, this is car 1, okay? We'll have car 2 as green. Okay. Now, they're both traveling together. Let's say 150 kilometers an hour. Okay? Both of them. Now, what's happening? If this guy presses brakes, he's decelerating, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not traveling 150 kilometers anymore.
No.
He's hit brakes. This guy has what we call conservation of momentum. So he's moving towards the car.
Yeah.
Okay? Notice, Dal, this is not something falling to the ground. Okay? This and this is not up and down. This is actual stopping friction, dead. It's not decelerating as in like decelerating with acceleration like you're calling it. Because what we see in reality, if you had to turn this 180, at this point, it's faster at this point than it was with that point. Point 2...
It's not a good analogy at all that he's used.
It's not. It's a total false equivalence.
Yeah.
At altitude, let's say point 1 and point 2. Point 1, let's say it is now going 50 kilometers an hour. When it gets to point 2, it would be going 97 kilometers an hour. This is the deceleration you're talking about, but it's going faster. Okay? You get that? Because it had to get from point 1 to point 2 away from the ground. Now, you saying this thing, because it's higher, because the ground is moving up towards it, while it's decelerating, it would have more force. That's backwards thinking. Using this false equivalence of a car still moving at 150 kilometers with conservation of momentum, it's still got inertia, getting to something that's dead stopped now. This object has dead stopped, apparently, but it's showing acceleration. Is this car showing acceleration? When a car stops, does it show acceleration, guys?
No.
No. When this is apparently stopped, does it show acceleration? When it's let go in the air? Yes, we measure acceleration. You don't measure acceleration with the car. So it's a false equivalence, Dal. Congratulations. This is insane.
Right, and they're both moving at 100 miles an hour. This one's pushing this one at 100 miles an hour. If I then put power to this one and I accelerate it, say 102 miles an hour for a period of time, and then I get back to 100 miles an hour, I've now created a gap. Right? Now if I then decelerate this one from this distance, the impact's going to be minimal. Right? If I'm further away, so say this is pushing this at 100 miles an hour, then we put power to this, we take...
False. The further away, the impact would be the same because it's still traveling the same. If he had to stop here dead in front of the car, okay, and he hits it, it would have, let's say, take his trunk off. Now, let's say he's 3 car lengths in front of him and he breaks dead. It's going to have the same impact because the car's still going the same speed. He's still going the same decelerational speed because he has 0. Do you get that? This is his little trick, guys. He's trying to show you that he's ignoring one very simple thing here. This car, I'm going to put it, let's go green and a little red car. Okay, we're going to say the red car's here. And we're going to give the red car also a bit further distance. They're both traveling at 100 miles an hour, as he says. Oh, sorry. 100 miles an hour. Okay? This car is also traveling 100 miles an hour. Now, this car decides to drop, stop, dead. Now it's going 0. This car hits it at 100 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. Same with this car. This car stopped dead. The car still hits it at 100 miles an hour. It won't make a difference.
Yeah.
It's the same speed. It's hitting it. The same force. Dal?
Yep. Frustrating, isn't it?
To 105 miles an hour.
This is insane.
Nate is frustrated. He's out.
He says he expects better of everyone. I understand that. Women else, absolutely.
Yeah, and
he's not talking about us. He's talking about the people falling for this nonsense.
Yeah,
exactly.
of course.
And believe me, there's a whole bunch of people in Del's comments.
Yeah, I know it's not us he's talking about. Yeah, I know that. I know he just got disgusted. He's like, I'm out.
Yeah, but I mean, there's only so much a person can take of this nonsense. And the thing is, Dal is, I don't know what it is, if he's making false equivalences with this, ignoring very simple facts with his false equivalences, and then expects his followers to accept this, which somehow they do for some odd reason. So if something hits you at exactly the same speed, it's going to give exactly the same impulse, the same pressure hitting it, correct? So distance wouldn't matter because you're hitting it with the same force.
Yeah.
If you're hitting a
Is
car...
he claiming...
Yeah?
So is he claiming terminal velocity is actually stationary?
Yes.
You pretty much.
But the thing is, like, terminal velocity for different objects is different.
Exactly.
You throw an anvil out of an airplane, it'll go faster than I will.
Mm-hmm.
So which one's at 0?
Exactly.
When we're both at terminal velocity.
But that's what we're saying. That's why when I say terminal velocity, it debunks their globe. He's accelerating Earth, because the object is the one moving which gives terminal velocity, and every object has different terminal velocities.
If I'm holding an object and we're both rising, would the object should conserve the upward momentum unless it has a force applied to it.
Mm-hmm.
So what force is causing the deceleration? There isn't one.
Yeah, he's saying there's no force.
So what's causing the deceleration then?
Nothing. He's just magic.
Yeah.
Oh, magic. Yeah, that explains it.
It just stays where it wants to go. It's just appearing to fall.
Sideways gravity.
Yeah. There's no such thing as conservation of momentum on their upwards accelerating Earth, guys. So if you're accelerating 100 kilometers an hour upwards, If you decide to stop, you just stop.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is really, it's crazy. But like I said, it doesn't matter the distance. If a car is going to hit you at 10 meters, going 100 kilometers an hour, it's the same amount of force when the car is going to hit you if you're 100 meters away at 100 kilometers an hour. It's the same force hitting you. It just takes longer for the car to reach you because you're further away.
That's right.
But it doesn't change the amount of force the car is hitting you at. If the Earth is constantly having 1,000 mile an hour acceleration, doesn't matter the distance away you are from the surface, it will always have the same force when you hit it. But yeah, exactly, Spuddy. When it comes to terminal velocity, everything has different terminal velocities. That's just the maximum it can go because of friction, guys. So a pin would have a different terminal velocity to a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Okay? They both fall, they both accelerate, but the one will reach a different accelerative max before the other one. And now Dal is saying there's no density. It's simply just the accelerating Earth. So if something's decelerating and it gives more impact, that goes against physics, not that goes with physics. Oh, wow. We got 13 minutes left, guys. This went quite quickly this hour.
Good.
For a longer period of time, then we bring it back to 100 miles an hour, then we're going to have a gap like that, a bigger gap. Now if I switch the power off of this, it's going to start losing momentum, and this one's going to continue its 100 miles an hour, while this one, the longer the gap it has, the more time this has to decelerate, right? So if I had enough space, and this was doing 100 miles an hour, this was doing 100 miles an hour, I had enough space for that to decelerate to zero, that being no miles per hour, and that going 100 miles an hour, maximum impact. Maximum
Maximum.
No, Del. The thing is, that object is accelerating towards the Earth. It's not decelerating towards the Earth, mate. That's where you got it wrong. His mindset is totally 180.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, when you let's say throw a ball up in the air, okay? It's gone up now. Now, as soon as it's stopped going up, it's stopped its conservation of end. Now it's going to start going down.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the distance between. It's already stopped accelerating, according to Dal. Okay? According to reality as well. It's stopped accelerating.
Phil said he's going to need a longer video. That's if you come out with the video in the first place.
Well, he's going to have to demonstrate gas pressure out the container, so it's going to be quite difficult for him.
Yeah. True.
Okay, let's drop a ball from here. Okay? And let's drop another ball from here. Now, Dal. They have stopped accelerating with the Earth. Okay? They've stopped now. Remember, you said they're in free fall. They are zero. They're not moving. So this is at 0 kilometers. And this one is at 0 kilometers. Correct? The Earth is rising to meet at 1,000 miles an hour. And yeah, it's also reaching 1,000 miles per hour. What's the difference going to be here, guys? Nothing. The same force hitting there will be the exact same force hitting there. Because it's at 0, it's at 0. But what do we see? It picks up speed. It doesn't lose speed. Same with this blue one. it picks up speed. It doesn't lose speed. The mere fact why we have less impact here than we do for here is because it's the object accelerating, not the ground accelerating. Physics 101, Dal. Can I make it any more clearer for him? Tony Whitcomb, thank you very much for your £10 super chat. Really, really appreciate it, mate. You rock. Read my comment timestamp, 8:46 p.m. Sorry, 8:46. Where's the times? Ask a blind person in the field rotation as they have extrasensory skills that us with eyes to see don't feel. They're born with it. I agree. I mean, blind people and deaf people, they have extrasensory skills, and they definitely know if we're moving or not. Thank you very much for your super chat, Tony. Really appreciate it. I hope that's the comment you wanted me to read. I think it is. Or Paula, you good? No, I think that's the comment you wanted me to read.
If I tape in one more time and when I send it, it says I'm going to flip out. Every time I type in, I click it, I read it says I'm.
Yeah, I do that as well. I do it as well.
Thank you, Faciality, for your $2 He says skydivers would splat in 10 seconds with moving Earth. Exactly. Yeah, we get what Dal is saying. But like I'm saying, Dal is ignoring this very simple fact. If it is 0 degrees, it's not accelerating. It's the Earth accelerating. Okay? The object's not moving. So it doesn't matter the distance. It will always hit it with the same force. Because the object is not forcing itself anyway.
Do you know what I want to know, right? And I've seen Rachel put this in chat, right? People keep saying Dell and he's an accelerating car with a balloon in it moving forward. So then he's claiming Earth's accelerating. You can't claim that demonstration and claim a constantly moving Earth.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm sorry. Well, that's an hour up, guys. We've got 7 minutes left. Wow. I can't believe what we just saw.
Yeah.
Just when you think it can't get any dumber.
And I was about to say, any more comical, it's just getting ridiculous. I can't believe it if they're actually believing this.
I personally think we should just leave them to it, it's too stupid to even consider.
Tiny banana, boring. Yeah, it's all done and dusted. I was just I didn't even know he had a response video until Richie said he brought a response video. So just to be fair, we had to show it. But I have to say, Dal, you failed miserably.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Paula, he can't prove either Earth's motion or the object decelerating. A matter of fact, we can show with observation the Earth's not accelerating. We're sitting down, we don't see anything. And we can prove things are accelerating because we can measure that acceleration. Hence why 9.8 meters per second squared. And why we have such things as terminal velocity and differences in objects. So yeah, I don't know how much more I can explain it to him. I've tried.
Well, that's it. You can try again.
Hey, Fred Sparrow. So yeah, I don't know what Dal is going on about, but
yeah,
just to
I agree.
catch a
I
wake
think
up.
I think it's time to just leave it alone.
Well, we've done our due diligence to show.
I agree.
That's right.
And Daniel Pratt, I think you did a brilliant video, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Daniel's not a guy I usually hype up, but I think he did a good way of explaining it to Dal. Just much more in the, how can I put it?
Layman's way.
Yeah, layman's way than what I tried to explain it with my presentation. But yeah, it's simple. No accelerating Earth, guys.
No.
It totally goes 180 against what we observe. And then people have to use false equivalences to try and make it work and then still get that wrong too.
So he's basically saying Earth is not stationary. So everything that we're observing is because Earth is rising up.
Yeah.
So that's going to be his claim. So really, the only way you can prove that is, and I hate to side with on there, but he's right. You'll never be able to demonstrate that. How are you going to cause the Earth to rise?
Mm-hmm.
You can't. We could debunk it the way we have,
Yeah.
but he's still going to find little things to hang on to it.
Yeah.
People get attached to their arguments.
Yeah.
You got to be able to, when somebody comes along and shows you, like you did, Flatzoid, like Nathan, like everybody's done, you got to be able to say, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking. You're right. Humility. The only arguments, let them go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we've shown it now, and that's up to him to accept it. Yeah, Rachie, like I said, sorry that I don't take kindly to Dell these days, but the guy is really embarrassing. I'm going to stand on it. Guys. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't go 4 more hours. I can only do the hour because I'm going to have a debate at 2 a.m.
Yeah, 3 for me.
On
Yeah,
modern day.
I'll set my alarm.
So on modern day debates. So far, it might be Noah's flood. I really hope so. Otherwise, it's creation versus evolution. But yeah, so I'll be streaming it on my channel as well. Hopefully, I'll see some of the people that are awake that time.
I said 7 a.m. It's not 7 a.m. my time. It's 7 p.m. my
7
time.
p.m. your time. Yeah, I was just telling 7 a.m. I was trying to think, where are you from?
Because I was adding instead of subtracting.
So yeah, it's dinner time for you.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think Noah's flood would be awesome. Only thing is I haven't prepared anything yet because I don't know that what the topic is, and it usually helps to be able to prepare an opening. So yeah.
Well, if he's going with Noah's flood, Flatzoid, you got the Holy Spirit bringing to remembrance everything you're gonna need.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Covered, man. Covered. Definitely. Who's it again? You're debating. What's the guy's name?
I have no idea who I'm debating yet,
Oh, you
guys.
don't know.
I don't even know that. It would be 1 a.m. UK time because it's 2 a.m. Central African, and it's 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh yeah. So sorry. It's 2 a.m.
4 hours from now, then.
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m. for me.
Yeah, it's 4 hours from now.
Flatzoid,
Yeah.
let's do a quick. Say they come at you like this, and then you can end after this. I'm the other guy. I'm gonna say, so Flatzoid, you mean to tell me that you think that Noah was able to get all them animals and bring them on the ark?
Have I not heard that one before? And I say, are you limiting God? How do you know if they were fully grown animals? How do you know they couldn't have just been hibernating? No,
listen to the question. Do you believe Noah went and got all those animals and brought them on the ark?
No.
Think of what the Bible says.
No, the Bible led the animals themselves to go on the ark.
That's
he
right.
He didn't
they
do anything.
Started coming to the ark.
God
told them, start your trip to the ark, and they all 2 by 2 went in.
Exactly, and it's supernatural, so we don't have to base anything natural on it.
There's 7 of each animal.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, 7.
7.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Faciality, thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. It says, stop eating cakes and pies. Dairy is messing with your allergies. You heard that, Michael?
I was just going to say, is that directed to me?
That's it.
Maybe I should get a sponsor, Sinumax, because it's helping me with my sinuses.
Hey, why do you think it was 7 animals?
Because 7 is a very important number.
Yeah, perfection or completion, isn't it?
Completion, right?
Yeah, guys. Debate is 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight, so it's in 4 hours, guys.
I reckon some might have been for sacrificing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I mean?
Yeah, because they were still under the old covenant.
Yeah, at the time. So, yeah, sacrificing for breeding.
And I think you're right about that. Who the heck do we know? They could have been all like cubs, very young.
You never know.
Not full grown yet. We weren't there. All we can go by is what the Bible says, that they began to enter the ark.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody went and caught them. God spoke to them. They went to the ark.
Exactly. And the
Shows you that the dumb animals were more sensible than the sinful men.
mm-hmm. And I mean, what? And they're going to ask, what evidence do we have Noah's Ark even existed? Well, they do have archaeologists that found something very similar to the exact cubits of the Ark on Mount Ararat. So, what does that tell you?
And then there's a lot of seashells that they're finding on mountains. I mean, places where there's no water. How are they finding seashells?
Matthew Eastman, what a coincidence. Noah is my grandpa too. So yeah, guys, sorry, I got to end here. Got to try and see if I can get that, figure out what the topic is. I hope it is, and then try and quickly work out a 6-minute opening, and then get some sleep.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, what you guys closing statements on tonight?
Isn't it? It's just the normal. I mean, it's appalling what they try to push nowadays. And to me, it's obviously a shilling. It's got to be, because they can't believe this. They can't. That's all I've got to say.
My closing statement is, Del, give the money back and come back to us, Del.
Yeah.
How many burdens?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the burden's on him. And he's getting frustrated with everybody else because he keeps on getting shown wrong. I don't know how else we can put it, but yeah. Thanks everybody that supported the show tonight. You guys rock. Thank you for everybody being here. And thank you for everybody just taking part. Hit the likes. Here, share the show. And then I'm just going to say bye-bye. See you guys all later. Who's ever going to be able to show up. And stay tuned for the release of the video out tomorrow that was released to the members today. So yeah, see you guys all later on. Many, many blessings. Cheerio. May the pressure be with you.